Welcome to another episode of Voicemails from the Edge by Archibald Leach.
I have had high anxiety my whole life, which has made it a very awkward and uncomfortable life. I've not actually really been living, I realised recently, as I'm too anxious to experience any given moment. It's like I'm in fight or flight, but it's more flight, more stage flight. At any given moment, I'd be much more comfortable running down the street the other way than to experience the moment, and that's what my body's going through, which does show itself. That's when I become what I describe as a large sandpapered carrot head. I've got, huge scared looking eyes at the top of the carrot, and I'm just this huge sandpapered fearful carrot head, that everyone else can see that I'm a huge sandpapered carrot head, but nobody mentions it. But I know that they know they can see it as well. It's the carrot in the room. The huge carrot head, I've noticed, it puts people on edge and it makes them feel uncomfortable. I mean, it's not that comfortable for me either, especially with the sandpaper in. When I'm the carrot head, I'm so amped up on adrenaline. I'm full blown with the adrenaline. I've got wide eyes, and in this state it's very difficult to hear what people are saying or even really make any sense of what people are saying to me, and this can be very difficult in the work environment. I go through it, what they said, replaying it. My boss can't have said, take this paperwork and sellotape each piece of it to the ceiling. So I go through it with the carrot head, but the carrot head is insistent that that's what she said. The carrot head tells me that's word for word what she said. But I'm going to, no, it can't be possible. In the end, carrot head won. I sellotaped the paperwork to the ceiling. Turns out that's not what she said. It's not what she said at all. I was working at a bar. Someone ordered a lime and soda. The carrot head went into complete meltdown. We couldn't remember the colour of lime. In the end, they got blackcurrant. I worked at a sandwich shop. I thought the boss said, throw out all the milk, all the bread, all the cheese, all the fillings, just clear it out. Apparently that's not what they said at all. Again, it's this carrot head. When you're on extreme high adrenaline, you hear differently. You experience the world differently. You're not really experiencing it. You're just on high alert. You'll do anything that it often doesn't make sense. But the carrot head, it doesn't care about that. It's desperate to get to the next moment, to get to the next moment, to get to the next moment. So it just keeps pushing you through. The only time that the carrot head would subside for a long time was when I drank alcohol, which at first was great. I wasn't a big sandpapered carrot head. It was wonderful, a great feeling. But what I did notice is that as the nights went on, I became a huge, sweaty, overconfident aubergine head. And the aubergine head, it had its own problems. I mean, yes, I had a feeling of confidence. I'd talk to anyone. I'd do anything. I'd say anything. That was the point. It was dangerous to be a big, sweaty, overconfident aubergine head. And also, like Cinderella, it was temporary. By midnight, I'd become a carrot head again. It never lasted long. I can't drink alcohol all day, every day, just so I can be a sweaty aubergine head. Besides, nobody wants to meet a sweaty aubergine head. The next day, often after I'd been a sweaty aubergine head, I'd be filled with fear. I wouldn't be able to leave the house. I wouldn't even be able to get out of bed. I'd be rethinking everything that sweaty aubergine head had done and said. And this peculiar thing would happen to me. I'd become a sort of a boiled Swede head. It was a horrible, horrible feeling. Have you ever tried boiled Swede? It's just not worth becoming a sweaty aubergine head. It's just not worth it, because in the end, you end up a panicked boiled Swede head, and it's just not worth it. I try not to become a sweaty aubergine head these days too often, because I don't want the scared boiled Swede head which follows. I just stick with terrified giant carrot sandpapered head more and more, really. I'm trying to get to a point of acceptance. Well, also, I've realised there's no real choice in it. The giant carrot head says odd things. The giant carrot head does odd things. The giant carrot head, it makes other people, I can see it makes them uncomfortable. For a long time, because of how odd the giant carrot head would act, I used to think, other people must think I'm so odd because of this giant sandpapered carrot head. They must think the worst of me. They must think they probably think I'm a serial killer or something like that. The sandpapered giant carrot head came up with that theory, which is typical of them, always jumping to the worst possible solution. But once I'd had that thought, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Obviously, I'm not a serial killer. I'm not interested in it. I've just got serial killer paranoia, that's all. The point is, yes, I'm odd. I shred clothes. I sandpaper carrots. I throw away 12 pints of perfectly fresh milk. But I'm not a serial killer. I'm a giant sandpapered carrot head.
Thanks for listening to Voicemails from the Edge. For more episodes, look us up on Jam, Voicemails from the Edge, or look us up on Anxiety Performance Theatre. That's anxiety_performance_theatre on Instagram. Thanks for listening.